Hey, what's up guys? Now, when, if ever, will we get a primary weapon equivalent of the mod Condition Overload? A gun version of Maiming Strike? It gets said a lot, it gets asked a lot. When DE? When? I feckin' want one because most of my weapons are shit. Now, a mod that could possibly change the game for a lot of weapons. Forget Rivens, the RNG behind them is something that a lot of players don't like. The negative stats that come with some of them when you roll it make bad weapons even fucking worse, which is something I don't think should be an actual thing in the game. I don't think negative fire rate or negative crit chance or anything like that should be part of the roll system with Rivens. Especially when it comes to bad weapons, like say this negative fire rate Convectrix Riven you're seeing in action right now, literally dealing 0 damage whatsoever. Now, in comes the new event mod Hunter Munitions from the Hunter set that drops off the Hematite out on the plains with this new event, or the green Lephantis unit that you can basically just one bang with an Ember. And before you leave a comment about slash nerfs coming soon TM, I'll speak about that in a minute with regards to this mod. Now, the Hunter mod set, which does 6 mods in total, allows your pet to deal increased damage to enemies affected by a slash status effect, which sounds great in theory, but having to swap out more than 2 of your mods out of your established build just so your pet can hit harder might not sound like a good idea to some players. But however, the munitions mod, the Hunter Munitions mod from that set, when maxed out has a 30% chance to apply a slash effect on an enemy with a critical hit. So weapons with a decent crit chance and a decent crit multiplier will have a huge benefit from having this mod equipped. It doesn't matter if they're an impact weapon or a puncture weapon or an elemental weapon, the bleed effect will be applied from your critical hits. And if it hits hard, then they're going to bleed even harder. So it's a mod that basically makes your weapon apply slash effect. Potato, but on DevStream 101 they mentioned that slash damage will soon be getting changed, soon TM. Yes, they mentioned that bleed effects will soon scale depending on the weapon's percentage of total slash damage out of their IPS total, I guess you could say. So weapons that are above the soft cap of 75% slash damage will actually see greater bleeds, but weapons with a lower amount of slash damage will actually see smaller bleeds. So weapons like the Tiger's Prime or the Dread will still be great when it comes to slash damage, but weapons with a lower amount of slash will not benefit as much from bleed effects or them bleed status procs once they actually get them. So until they explain it maybe a little bit better, it sounds like a buff and a nerf at the same time. It might buff weapons that already have a really good amount of slash damage, but it's going to nerf ones that only have a limited amount of it. However, that change could still be a very long way off, and right now in game, right now at this minute, Hunter Munitions is allowing us to use weapons that you might normally just scroll past. Weapons like the Tenora, which is great with this mod equipped, it completely changes. Or even like the Convectrix. I know, Convectrix, worst shotgun in the fucking game, it's terrible. However, with this mod, you can actually kill shit. Or great weapons like the Opticore, the Dex Cerberus, Cerberus Prime, the Soma Prime, the Prisma Gracata, Latron Wraith, Rubico, Lanka, Vectus Prime. In fact, snipers are absolutely amazing with this mod equipped. You can see bleed effects dealing anything from 10 to 40,000 each tick, which will melt a level 150 heavy gunner in about 1 second, 2 seconds flat. But it only works on crit weapons. If you want, you could try and skew your weapon stats to have a higher crit chance and then test them out with this mod equipped and have some fun. You'd be surprised with some of the actual results. I was last night when I was streaming. But is the mod overpowered or is it broken? I don't think so. I think it's got too many restrictions. I don't think it deserves a nerf, especially considering what they've spoken about with regards slash damage. If it does change it, then a lot of these weapons that have this mod equipped now that I'm using won't have the same effect, whereas weapons like the Dread and the Tiger's Prime, which are above that 80%, will. The Hunter set are also event only mods unless they bring them back into the game, and if they've already said they are and I missed that, then I apologise. So unless it comes into a future event down the line, then there's going to be a limited amount of them being traded out there. We also still have Condition Overload in game and Maiming Strike in game, and they feel way more powerful than Hunter Munitions does, so I don't think it's going to get a nerf, but maybe you think it will get changed. In fact, maybe it's already been patched at the time of watching this video, which if it has, then that fucking sucks big time. But let me know how you feel about Hunter Munitions in the comment section below this video if you have it. Or if you're on console and you really want to get your hands on it, then let me know as well. Do me a huge favour and hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, or don't if you didn't. Subscribe for more Warframe, and as always, thanks very much for watching.